Good day to everyone who aspires to get into Platinum, to beat the Ultra Nightmare Clan boss with just one key and only rares, as well as to fans of bonuses from the developers of Raid. In this video, the following news awaits you. The best heroes for the new Iron Twins Fortress have been selected. There's detailed information about the upcoming update 6.10, and if you haven't figured out the blessings yet, then today we're gonna help you. Get comfortable and let's get started. And also, we have some cool promo codes that we found and checked manually. I have some promo codes for old players as well that grant resources. All of them will be in the description under this video, and there are also links to free epic champions for beginners. We try very hard to make these videos for you, so please click like and subscribe to the channel and hit the bell. This will help us a lot. Let's get started. The best champion party for the Iron Twins boss. Many have already tried out the new dungeon with the Iron Twins Guardian, and many began to feel difficulty starting almost from the 6th level of the fortress. And now you'll see characters that can help you master this big man. The first and one of the most valuable characters is Lady Kimi. Her main use is her two cool abilities. The first is the Flurry of Petals, which inflicts a hit penalty and a speed penalty. This is exactly what you need. The second ability is Spirit Flux, which will give the team a boost of accuracy and speed. If you haven't used her for the Iron Twins boss yet, you're missing out. But this hero has its own negative. This is her incredible rarity and resource consumption, because legendary books are obtained with sweat and blood, and she really needs them. The second top candidate is the Renegade with the useful Sacrificial Ritual skill that reduces the cooldowns for all ally skills for 2 whole turns. Experienced players may disagree and say that there's Prince Kamar, and we'll agree with you, but you still need to get them somehow, while Renegade is a budget solution. The resource intensity of the Prince is comparable to Lady Kimi, and leveled up skills are definitely needed. What's the best thing for her to wear? The Regeneration and Immortality set will help her survive longer, even if the team has a weak support champion. And as always, there is a big drawback in that at high levels, without a good support, she'll not live long. So prepare a good supporting champion. There's one champion who's probably the best choice for the support role, and that would be Vogoth. Initially, this champion was far underestimated by the Raid community, but now he's in almost every top list, and our top list is no exception. His main feature and essence is the healing of allies when he takes damage. If you equip him correctly, collect synergy from protection and health, he will live for a very long time and heal the entire team, even if everyone's got low health. But don't forget that without a support, Vogoth himself may not last long. You need more healing or resurrection. Another member of the undead hordes that can extend the life of your team is Scartorsis. Regardless of the penalties that will be imposed, his third skill Rebirth will remove them and give a small heal. Of course, except for branding. And his aura that gives an excellent boost in dungeons and a second skill with an attack bonus will also help you out a lot. Unfortunately, without the cooldown of abilities, he may not have time to recharge his skill that removes penalties from the team and will not then be able to save your heroes. Of course, one cannot fail to mention the Dark Heroine Godseeker Aniri. This is truly a versatile soldier. The first 2 skills give a light but frail team an excellent passive that imposes Rebirth on an ally who should receive a mortal blow, and of course the Halo of Glory skill that resurrects an ally with a progress bar filled by 50%. It also restores half of their health, and the most important thing, fully cools down their skills. And she's the only champion in the game that does this. Another great heroine that can help you is Valkyrie. By placing a shield and counterattack on allies, you immediately fill Iron Twins' turn bar, thereby forcing them to attack with a mass attack. This is what the emphasis is on. She plays nice in tandem with characters that can recharge skills or give invulnerability, though if there is a choice between shields with the counterattack and invulnerability, choose invulnerability. The penultimate and a very valuable hero is the Underpriest Brogni. Each of his skills is good individually, and together they give him incredible power to save the team and deal excellent damage. The champion fits literally everywhere, both within the Hydra fight and against the clan boss. The first skill gives a burn for 2 turns, and the third one imposes a block of penalties, an attack bonus, and a shield with a power of 30% of your max HP. Best of all is his passive, which reflects back 25% of the damage absorbed by the shield and heals allies for the damage that the shield blocked. And of course, our favorite of our top list is not Paragon, since that would be too obvious. So for now, we'll put him aside for other videos and look at the Geomancer. Their first ability imposes a hit penalty, and their third one is the Quicksand Grasp, which imposes burn and weakness, and in combination with the Strong Guard passive, which reduces the damage received by the team by 15% and returns this damage to the enemy under burning, the Geomancer simply can solo destroy the Iron Twins. Geomancer is the most important damage dealer in this list, but when you equip him, don't forget about protecting him so he doesn't die so quickly. Update 6.10. The developer shared with us information about the next update, which is 6.10. After players complained that the Magic Element Guardian of Iron Twins Fortress requires a bit more effort than others, this discrepancy will be fixed. The branding skill will be fixed, and now with update 6.10, your heroes will be able to resist the prolongation of branding debuff the same way they can resist the imposition of it. Spontaneous crashes were occurring in the group arena after activating blessings like Lightning Cage, Ward of the Fallen, Polymorph, and Brimstone. These technical bugs will be fixed in 6.10. In the Astronix fight, copies of your champions get the first turn, although they should not. It happens when one of your champions has blessings that affect the aura of the opposing team's leader, for example, Commanding Presence or Intimidating Presence. This issue will be fixed in one of the next releases, but not 6.10. Another bug happens when skills that damage the caster, like Attack 3 of the Renegade, may activate the Phantom Touch blessing. This bug is also planned to be fixed, and we hope before the release of the update. The developers also answered questions regarding the passive skill of Mighty Uko Totem Warden. Whenever an enemy applies a buff to his allies, Uko has a 50% chance to try and steal this buff from a random enemy who receives it. Thus, between Uko and this random enemy, there will be a kind of competition in the parameters of accuracy and resistance, so it'll be necessary to work hard on his equipment. The cool thing is that Uko can steal both the buff that is being imposed and the already applied one. In short, one buff equals one check for its presence, regardless of the number of heroes with this buff on the enemy team. Plarium also responded to the complaints of players who encountered a problem with not saving the result of the battle with the Iron Twins Guardian when changing the element. And to be brief, the developers don't advise starting battles with the guard if you're not sure you'll have the time before the element change. The next clan tournament, as usual according to the calendar, began on Tuesday, September 27th, and will contain personal rewards. And in order to make it easier for you to overcome difficulties with heroes level ups, we were given a new promotional code. That code is Brewmaiden. Who hasn't picked it up yet? Go and hurry up. The promo code was timed to coincide with the OctoberFest celebration, and everyone will get a lot of beer to upgrade champions. Blessings. If you've not yet been able to fully understand what kind of blessing should be given to your heroes, don't worry. We're gonna explain everything to you, and we'll only mention those that are worthy of your attention in the first place. Let's start with the Blessings of Light. Intimidating Presence is probably one of the best blessings for PvP. Even with 1 star of the blessing, you will significantly weaken the enemy team, because this skill directly weakens the enemy's aura and strengthens yours. Not to mention the boost of defense, resistance, health, and speed. It's a must-have for the arena. Lightning Cage is a great blessing for defense parties in the arena. If you have a slow but fat party, Lightning Cage is what you need. In combination with Stone Skin, your heroes can literally become unbreakable. Blessings of the Dark. Ward of the Fallen is a good PvP blessing, but it's really only felt after 3+ stars. But if you're lucky enough to collect the stars, then Pandora's Box is yours, inflicting additional damage due to the stacks of bone armor, and is better used than defense stacks. In general, it'll also work with cleaning waves of mobs up. Temporal Chains. If you do not have a fast stack, this blessing will help slow down the enemy and give you the opportunity to wedge into the turn. With 6 stars, you can easily stop teams that are smeared with buffs, because at 3+ bonuses, the opponent's turn bar will be reduced. For PvE use, however, we don't recommend it. Cruelty is a blessing that is required for going against bosses, and if you have 3+ stars, then you'll significantly increase your total damage. Phantom Touch is a great blessing for going against any bosses, in particular the clan one. By taking this blessing, you'll receive another War Master. Blessings of War. If you're unlucky and you've awakened an epic hero, give him Commanding Presence. This is a smaller version of Intimidating Presence because you also get a boost to the aura but do not reduce the opponent's damage. Soul Reap. If we talked about defense stacks above, then this blessing is just for high speed stacks. With the full version of this blessing, you'll inflict fear 100%, and knowing how fear works, you're more likely to control the enemy hero. Suitable for solo dungeon dives and the masses. Faultless Defense is a pure PvE skill that will extend the life of your pack in dungeons and especially on the clan boss. If you already have a hero with Cruelty, you can bless your support with Faultless Defense as a nice bonus. Blessings of the Chaos. Crushing Rend is a great PvE blessing, ideal for clearing waves, as the percentage of ignoring enemy armor increases. Brimstone is a blessing that will help you increase the damage on the clan boss, and especially the Hydra. With the full version, you can count on additional damage, from 100 to 250,000 damage. And well, that's all the news I have for you. The update is small but useful. I hope the flow of information was useful for you and we've made life a little easier for you in Raid. Don't forget that if you want to create your own account in Raid Shadow Legends with cool champions, then all the links are in the description. Take the champions and enter the promo codes for beginners and oldies, which I also left in the description. Thanks for watching, be sure to subscribe and like this video, and we'll see you on the Game Geeks Tricks channel.